Service time on the 2021 Polaris Ranger base model 1000. Coming into the engine bay will be located right there, which it's already off now. I've already taken it off, and it will screw into that housing right there. The oil filter number for the 2021 and other models 2540086. So we've already got the old oil filter off, and I've already drained the oil. Still got it dripping. There's your drain plug right there, a little Allen bolt, and there's your drain plug. So we've already got the old oil out. So now we're going to fill this oil filter with oil before we install it, and wipe a little bit around that rim, pretty much just like on any car. We'll start with the small jug here. Go ahead and get it used up. I'll use this to fill that, lubricate that gasket, and then screw it back on. Good fresh clean oil. It's always good to go ahead and fill these up as much as possible. You don't want it overrunning, but get it 3/4, maybe just a hair more, so you can go ahead and have that filter full. You ain't got to worry about the oil circulating to get up in there. Go ahead and fill that baby on up. Give her a second, let her soak up some of that fluid. It'll keep trickling down. This little thing will hold more oil than you think it will. Oil there, still thirsty. We'll go back under here and install this drain plug. And last time I changed the oil in the Ranger, part number 104865, I actually forgot to install this ring, and never had an issue. But this time, since it's on the brain piece, we're gonna go ahead and install it this time. Just a copper washer there, and she's still trickling a little bit of oil, but let's go ahead and cap her off before we put in the before we put that oil filter in. Just screw our oil filter back on, and it's at a slight angle. And before we do that, we're gonna lubricate that gasket. Don't forget to lube it up. So we got our gasket lubricated with the oil, and now we're just gonna screw it back on. I'm not sure how well y'all can see that. Try to do that quickly. Got it a little too full. Alright. And we're just gonna hand tighten that bad boy down. If you can do this yourself, then do it. Save you some money. There's nothing to it. Alright, thing I do when I drain my oil, I always just loosen my cap when I pop my drain plug. Just help it drain a little quicker, because it'll take forever to drain if this, and you can pop it up, pours out a lot quicker. So I always pop your cap before you drain the old oil. All right, so So now we're gonna fill her up. So now we're gonna fill her up. 2.5 quarts is what it takes. And this is the Polaris Engineered Lubricant Extreme Duty Service Extreme PS4 full synthetic. So we're gonna just make sure we use this every time and do it right. So it takes 2.5 quarts exactly. So I'll pour 2 quarts in it, fire it up, let it run a minute, cut it off, and then check it before I add that other 1/2 quart. I'm always leery about that, so that's my procedure. So now we're just gonna fill her on up. I'm always double checking and triple checking. You know the saying, measure twice, cut once. Super easy. I don't know why you would take this anywhere and have this done. She was definitely due for an oil change. So I'm gonna cap it off. Just fire it up real quick. Let that circulate. Just for a minute. So got no drippings. Looking good. Just let that get through the oil filter a little bit. Should be running much better after this. All right, we're gonna go ahead and add our little 1/2 quart. This comes in the kit, 2.5 quarts exactly, but I'm always leery. I fill my filter, put the 2 quarts in there, fire it up for a minute, let it run, check it. I know it's not exactly cold, but I'm just trying to be extra careful. But I know we're good. Never hurts though. So there's our other little 1/2 quart. And oil change is official like a referee with a whistle, baby. All right, so we've been doing some servicing on the 2020 Polaris Ranger. We just did the oil change today, so now we're gonna go ahead, do the front and rear differential, and we're gonna put a new air filter in the Ranger because this old one here is a little dirty, and we just got our snorkels put in. We just got done doing that, so there's a video on the snorkel your ATV kit, which is here. So we're gonna go ahead and replace this filter first, and then we'll move on to our front and rear diff. So you got this one latch lock there, and there's press down tab, well, pull up tab, and we're gonna open that. As you can see, there's a little dust in there, and our filter here is definitely dirty and in need of a change. While we're at it, we're going to clean all of that up, and I got some dielectric grease. We're gonna clean all of that up real good, clean this out, slide our new filter in, and use this dielectric grease all the way around mess and get it good and sealed up when we put our cap back on. We don't want any water getting in here, especially now that we got our snorkel kit, so we want to get this all sealed up good. All right, we got our housing cleaned up. The old filter versus new. She can breathe. This will be Polaris part number 7082265. Pretty simple to install. Just gonna push her right up in there till she stops. She's good and snug. I'm gonna pull this back out real quick so I can get to this lip, and I'm gonna run this dielectric grease all up and through this lip here. This is just going to give us a little extra waterproof seal. Now we'll push that filter back up in there. A lot of that you've seen was from this cap here, that before this came in the snorkel, your ATV kit, this cap and this silicone dome, a lot of that water and mud came in through that. So pretty simple. You got your arrow here, it lines back up with your tab, and we're gonna snug that in there. Oh yeah, we got the grease coming all through that. That's what we want. Because I just don't trust these pins. And that's that on that. Now I will take some silicone and kind of go around the outside. You see I got grease squeezing out through there. That's what we want. But I will, on my finger, just lightly take silicone and just kind of go around that too on the outside. You definitely don't want to put it on the inside. You'll never get it off and you'll destroy it. Anybody can do it. Save you some money, man. Do it yourself and get it out the mud.